Right then, first up, it's this little Japanese number, the Lexus LS430. And strangely enough, I find this bizarre. This model comes in only one engine, a 4.3 litre, 281 brake horsepower. It actually comes with a 5-speed automatic gearbox, and it is no slouch. When you put your foot down, it does react very quickly, which I was quite impressed with. Although on paper, it's actually the slowest of our three cars here today. But when you're driving, you won't really notice that difference between the three cars. I was quite surprised when I actually read that it was the slowest and when I got in to drive it, because it doesn't feel it when you're behind the wheel, which I suppose is a good thing when it comes to buying a car like this. Because after all, when you think about it, 4.3 litres, it's an awful lot of power to have under the bonnet. From the moment you look ahead and select D on the auto box, you know you're in a Jaguar. This car has a 4.2 litre V8 supercharged engine lurking under that enormous bonnet in front of you. The ride is a little harder, but not uncomfortably so. The suspension on the XJR is firmed up compared to the standard XJ models. The 6-speed gearbox is superb too, with an almost immediate kickdown. I like the chrome gear knob with its subtle or badging. With 400 horsepower hanging on the end of that gearbox, the XJR does feel more sporty and more responsive than the Lexus, but it does encourage you to want to go faster. And in this class of car, that can lead you straight to the magistrate's court. Like the Lexus, the XJR is rear-wheel drive and its traction control is standard. It may help you out if you overdo things. Now, when I heard I was going to get into the Audi A8, the all-new Audi A8, I was very excited because I was so impressed by the Quattro system, the R32. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a minute. First, I want to tell you about the seating position in this car. It feels fantastic. It feels like it was designed to be driven. The steering wheel pretty much moves in any particular direction you want it to be in. So, from the start, you're in exactly the right place. Now, when you're talking about German engineering, we've heard all the different jokes and people go on about it so much. But they've done a great job with this car. It's a third generation A8. And compared to the second generation A8, this is actually 8% more aerodynamic, making it even better than the Lexus. Now, I mentioned earlier on about the R32, the new Golf. It's got Quattro. Likewise, this new Audi A8 has Quattro. I've fallen in love with it. It is an incredible invention. Quattro 4-wheel drive. Handling of this car isn't a problem. And if you do find you get into a bit of trouble, well, that Quattro system helps you out so much. You can just feel each wheel working independently to get the situation right again. The winner in the drivability stakes is the Audi A8. Not only is it the most sophisticated car here, it is also the most enjoyable to drive. And thanks to the 4-wheel drive, it is also the most sure-footed of our three cars. The other two are neck and neck. Like the Audi, both make you feel isolated from the harsh outdoors, but the Jaguar is more of a sporting saloon than the Lexus. The Jaguar would appeal to the more sporting driver. The LS430 is an excellent car. It's very capable, comfortable and fast, and yet it just feels a bit flat. Now, although all of our cars today are worth over £50,000, value for money is still very important. Yes, I know, I can hear you already. £100 or so on the list price won't make a huge difference to the final decision, but executives still want value for money. So let's start with this, the Jaguar, which is the most expensive of our three cars here today, coming in at just over £58,000. Now, like the other two cars, this has a limited top speed of 155 miles per hour. But unlike the other two, this will return around 35 miles to the gallon compared to the Lexus and the Audi's 32. And if you want to put this through the company, well, it's actually the cheapest on contract hire. Next up, it's the A8 at just under £55,000. Now, for that pricely sum, you get the biggest engine here today, a 4.2 litre, 355 brake horsepower monster. You also get Quattro 4-wheel drive and a lot of different toys. Now, the negative side to this car is its residuals. It's only going to be worth around 45% of its value after 3 years. Ouch! Last but by no means least, it's the LS430, and it's the cheapest of our three cars here today at £54,500. But the Lexus, even though it's cheap, it's got an awful lot of equipment. It comes with satellite navigation and electric everything. And not alone that, this is the bit I really like. You can control the radio and the air conditioning from the front and the back of the car. Negative side, they're always one. This as far as residuals are concerned, is like the Audi. It's only going to be worth around 44% of its original value after 3 years. Well, there you have it. All three of our cars tested in every which way we can. Means there's only one more thing to do. Give you the result. So in third place this week, it's the Lexus LS430. It's not a bad car at all. It's very nice to drive, it's good value for money with its high equipment level and excellent practicality. The problem is that it just feels too plain. Second is the new Jaguar XJR. It wasn't so long ago that the XJ was at the bottom of the executive class. How things have changed, because now the XJ is one of the most competent and desirable cars on the road. The only problem for the Jag is that the A8 is even better. Offering a class-leading interior, a powerful flexible engine and four-wheel drive, the A8 is a great all-round and worthy winner.